1 minute, your world is normal. The next, it's gone. A flood, a fire, a crime scene. Your home shattered. Your business shut down. Your life on pause. But in the darkest hour, when chaos knocks at your door, that's when Serve Pro of Northwest Lake County shows up. Not just a company, not just a cleanup crew, but neighbors, parents, coaches, locals who care. Drake and his team aren't just restoring properties. They're restoring peace, restoring dignity, restoring lives. So when your worst day arrives, call the oh no guy who becomes your thank God guy. Serve Pro of Northwest Lake County. Locally owned, nationally known, unshakably trusted. From devastation to restoration. Serve Pro, Northwest Lake County. Looking for a car dealer that actually feels like your hometown? Welcome to City Chevrolet of Grayslake, where the vibe is friendly, the pressure is off, and you'll always be treated like family. Meet Anthony Scala. He's just not the owner. He's a guy that grew up in the car business, worked his way from porter to owner. Anthony believes in people first. That's why City Chevy sponsors your kids' teams, your town events. And matter of fact, this show, they give back every chance they get. Anthony thinks that the experience of buying a car should be fun. No pressure, just honest people who care. Whether you need a new Chevy, a quality used car, or just service you can trust, City Chevy is here for you. Come visit City Chevrolet of Grayslake right off of 120. And thank you for sponsoring our town, our stories, our voice. Let's get after it, Grayslake. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode of Discovering Grayslake. We're recording over here from 15 Commerce Plaza. If you have not been over here, we have all kinds of things. Fabi's restaurant is over here. There's the Antique Mall over here. The dance studio is here. And I'm recording from the room. These ladies are with me, walked in, and they're like, I didn't even know this was here. So I think this is one of Grayslake's best kept secret, and we're just a couple blocks outside of town. So, hey, if you're in Grayslake and downtown, come this way just a little bit. We're right here. I can see State Bank of the Lakes right across the way here. So, great place, great people that run this over here. So come support Grayslake even outside of downtown. So we're here today to talk about one of Grayslake. It might be the newest business now, right?
I think it is.
I think it is the newest business. We're going to talk about Pop and Float. So how about this, girls? Why don't you introduce yourselves, and then we'll dig in.
So my name is Mireya. I'm one of the, I guess you could say, partners of Pop and Float.
So there's not like a single owner to this,
yeah,
right?
That's why it's kind of difficult to give myself a title. It's more of like a family-owned business. So I think giving myself a title feels kind of weird. I would just want to say my name is Mireya, and I am part of Pop and Float.
I love it.
My name's Nayeli, and I'm also part of Pop and Float. Just for everyone to know, we're a family-oriented business looking to expand in the Grayslake. As you guys know, we're located in 31 South Seymour Avenue in Grayslake, Illinois. And this started as a home-based almost project, idea, dream that has been built with a lot of effort, with a lot of time taking in, sleepless nights, I can say. But at the end, I think as a family, we've learned to grow within each other. We all come from a family of 4 sisters.
Oh, geez.
So my dad's had a handful.
God bless him.
But I could say that, we come from hardworking parents. That's how our vision is. We're all full-time employees at another place. Mm. So the fact that we have this just knows how much of how eager we are to open up something of our own.
Okay, so every business has a fun story of like how we get started, right? So is there a time that we're sitting around as this all sisters sitting? How did you identify we needed this business here?
I think it started off like just watching Mom first. Mom is really one of the main reasons why we really wanted to open something. She has always been super creative. I think from like our earliest memories, even just birthdays, like there always had to be a balloon garland. She always had to do a flower bouquet. Oh, our presents were always wrapped or made into something, super special. So we always grew up with like doing the most from Mom. And then she is very DIY. Anything she sees online on TikTok is very popular right now. I can do that. And next thing we know, next week, she's got it built, whatever. It could be like a flower, like, I don't know if you have seen, there's like now ribbons that are made into like flower bouquets. She loves making floral arrangements. She's the one who really started like just being creative, and that kind of just spread across us sisters.
Nice.
And then we just like had this idea, like we all kind of are feeding off of mom. Mom really loves this. This can be something that we can do as a team. Let's do this.
I love it.
Yeah. I think that's where it really rooted from. That was like the seed that was planted, and then like from there it just kind of flourished into now Pop and Float.
So Pop and Float actually a business out of your homes before you got the store?
Yeah. So I think we started like, it just kind of starts like word of mouth. Like we just would do like a family member's birthday party, then it was like somebody else's party, and then they can do this, they're really good at this, and it kind of just like starts like that. Like it's just one thing over another, and that's how it grew. It like started from home, and now we have our first little location.
Nice. Okay, so anybody that doesn't know where Pop and Float is, you guys are on Seymour, but specifically you guys are in the old Closet Traders building, because Closet Traders was there, and then they moved around
to like the corner now.
Yeah, and I love your spot. It's a great, like, how did you run into that space? Because it's a really good location.
That was actually me. I think I was driving by one day, and I was on the phone with my sister, like a typical day that, we're driving and not supposed to be on the phone, but conversating with her, she had this idea, and I think it started off because the only place that had helium at the time was Vernon Hills. So that's another family owned, I believe, in Vernon Hills. Shout out to them because they have expanded crazy after Party City closed in Vernon Hills.
Oh, that's right.
Gurney, all these big companies that carried all these supplies, all these things for parties have.
Yeah, there's not any big ones around anymore, right?
Unfortunately, they ran out of business, and I think that was one of the reasons why we don't have anything local. We can't run out. The drive is far, so
yeah.
I told her, I'm like, hey, I see a sign. I Googled it. I called the owner. He responded within an hour, and
you guys weren't messing around. That was done.
I want to say I reached out to him at 10 a.m. and by 4 o'clock, we had, let's do a contract. It took probably less than 24 hours.
Oh my gosh.
And we signed, and that was it. I mean, that was the start of this journey, so definitely.
That's awesome.
It was a pretty fast close.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. We're taking a quick break just to say hello because everybody knows Nano. And Nano knows real estate. And actually, I believe that's the name of her Instagram page. So if you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, or know somebody in the market for a home, contact Nano from Baird & Warner. She's a Grayslake girl helping out Grayslake people. Looking for a place where there's always something happening? Welcome to the Grayslake Village Center. Whether you're planning a family outing, a date night, or a fun night out with friends, the Village Center has something for everyone, year-round. Enjoy a fantastic mix of restaurants, unique retail shops, and exciting events that bring the community together. And just steps away, you'll find Central and Gelatin Parks, home with a library, aquatic center, skate park, senior center, and numerous recreational opportunities. Whew, that's a mouthful. So if you're looking for something to do, come explore, dine, shop, and play right here in the heart of Grayslake. Find out more at grayslakevillageCenter.com. And go check them out on social media and give them a like, give them a follow. Okay, so the first thing I saw, because I'm a chamber member and I look at all the ribbon cutting, so the first thing I knew about you that I had an email about the ribbon cutting. So that was just so everybody knows, we are recording this in the mid-May of 2026, because people listen years from now. So just recently you had your grand opening, correct?
Yes, we had the grand opening on May 2nd, and we are part of the chamber. Very welcoming people. I think the whole Grayslake community has been very positive towards us, very kind. When we went out to put out flyers, nothing but good. I mean,
that's so nice.
It's good to even walk through downtown, and even ourselves that we've been here 18, 20 years, we never actually go door to door to every business. So actually knowing who we're working with or who was in the community helps a lot.
Oh, absolutely. Right.
And there's Barbers, there's another floral place that just opened, there's Blush Boutique, there's Sienna. So a shout out to all those Grayslake, local businesses. And when we did our research, we wanted to stay in Grayslake. We've lived most of our lives here, like I said, 20 years. So what better way to represent Grayslake than to
be in it,
be part of it. So.
Yes. And it's a pretty tight-knit group of people, especially like down on, in the village center there, as well as going like around, because I'm sure with other places, even the place that we're sitting in right now, people have a lot of needs of, okay, tell me about helium too, because I know that when there's a shortage of it for a long time, right? Or is it expensive?
I don't think it's that. It's just like because a lot of these big corporations had, like Party City, for example, had most of the population buying from them, like eliminating them really opened up a market. But at the same time, like now we have Michael's, because now they're kind of trying to take over that Party City feel. So now we have like another big runner trying to do that. But at the same time, it's really nice if like people shop from us, because we're small, we're local, and it's,
shop local.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some parties. Like who's like the main people that hire these birthday parties? What we got a lot of graduations coming up too.
I think there's like a really big mix of like who our actual buyers are. It could be literally as small as someone stopping by to get birthday balloons, but also we literally, I think it was May 3rd, the day after, or maybe the day before, we had a first birthday party. We had 3 panels with 2 huge garlands, and so it just really depends. It's really not, we're not in one specific niche. We are more than that. So it could literally be just your smallest necessity.
Opening.
Yeah, it could be your smallest necessity from like just balloons, or you bring in your balloons and all you need is the helium. We totally offer that service. But it can also be like special events, graduations, baptisms, birthday parties. Just pretty much anything you can think of that is worth celebrating.
I love it. And when we tie everything in together.
Yeah.
And it's nice, hopefully, that all of these establishments in Grayslake that people are having their events at will reach out to you to do the balloons and the decorations for that. How do we get the name?
Pop and Float.
Yeah. How does that happen?
Well, I didn't want it to be like super centered on only balloons. So Pop obviously does focus on like the balloon, but like Float, helium needs, like anything that having to do with that nature, we wanted to stick to that as well. But we also didn't want to just stigmatize ourselves to just only that, because we also offer like floral arrangements when it's like customizations and special needs or special occasions. And we also provide like what is the Korean paper that florists use, and also like small decals, birthday toppers, stuff like that. So that's kind of like where Pop and Float came from.
Gotcha. Who got to decide that? Did you have to bring it a vote among the sisters? Did Mom have anything to do with it?
There was like a few names before that. We had thought about Up and Away. Same kind of thing, like anything floating need. And I think there was another one, but I think just Pop and Float kind of had a little ring to it. And
I think there was like the balloon bar, but there's another person around the area. And Pop and Float is actually catchy. It's easy to remember.
Yeah.
So you want something that people are obviously going to like not forget. Catchy, short, brief. So yeah, that's
I think kind of
pretty much
why we chose that one.
Yeah, it was definitely a vote. We have this little chat going on there back and forth.
Named Pop and Float, literally.
Yep.
That's awesome. So you have all the sisters. Is Mom in that too?
She is, but doesn't chime in as much. She's more of like the decision maker at the end of the day. I wish.
That's funny though.
Yeah, she's in it. She'll read it, but her response when she does respond, it's because that's what's going to happen.
Oh, I see how that works.
Yeah.
I see.
And I think just in general, Pop and Float goes like, which I'm going to add on to her with celebration. Everyone celebrates in a different way, in a unique way. Me as a mother, like if my daughter goes into first grade, that's a celebration for me. Or as, her first tooth. Anything that I want to say that you want to celebrate, we're here for you. Whether it's the smallest thing, like she said, to the biggest, I think. I
think there's always celebrations.
There's always.
There is always something to celebrate.
You celebrate that it's Friday, Let's bring out a...
Hey, there's people who's like, Taco Tuesdays or,
I know. Well, I'm going to celebrate it Sunday when we're done.
Teacher Appreciation Day, the Super Bowl. People always are looking for reasons to celebrate, and that's why we're here.
Hey, look, people have the Kentucky Derby parties, like everything you can think of. There's always something. So tell me, let's say I'm driving around my car right now, I'm listening to this podcast, and I'm like, oh, you know what? We have a graduation party coming up. what is the most effective way that people can shop with you? Do they go online to something? Do you want them to stop in? Tell people like how you want them to do that.
The first way, if anyone would like to like inquire information regarding an event or if there's something specific, we do have actually on our Instagram _pop-and-flow, there is a direct link to our Google Forms, and that's probably the best way just to keep it organized. But you can always call
the number. It's 224-975-6532. We're pretty efficient, like when it comes to responding. We have the phone with us at all times. And I just want to point out that even if we have business hours, if you call that number and you're in need of like a last minute arrangement, just give us a call, give us a text. We live so close that our turnaround time, it's like I will be there in 5 minutes. And if it's something that I have available,
awesome.
Get it done. And if it's something that we don't have available and you vision something, bring it to us, send us a picture. Like she says, we have this link in our Instagram, but as well, you can always text us, hey, this is what I want. If we don't have it, we'll do our research, see if it's available, when we can get it in, and just depending on date and times.
I love that. Yeah. And especially, too, because in the days that we live in, everybody's scrolling through everything, right? Mm-hmm. So if I find something on Instagram and I snapshot, I can send it to you girls and be like, okay, can you do something?
Yeah, and there is like a little drop inside of our form where you can insert your inspiration pick. So that's probably the best way for us to see like what you're envisioning.
Very cool. And I was on Instagram and I DM'd you guys there, and you were like back with me like right away. So I appreciate that, because I was looking, I'm like, okay, do I call the number? Do I stop in? What do I do? So as far as your inventory that's on hand, so if somebody wants to come around, let's talk about business hours and people that can come in to see you.
So for business hours on Mondays, we are closed. Tuesday through Thursday, it's open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Oh, wow.
Saturdays, we are open at 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then Sundays are 9 to 2. For special, like you said, holidays that we celebrate, we do tend to extend our hours. Mm-hmm. And when I mentioned you can text us and everything, I am a working, mom from 9 to 5. So I think sometimes I can't rush and get there. Sure. And accessibility and this business, I want to make sure that everyone understands that, like, we're open to providing to our community. Yes. And so reach out to us, definitely.
Yeah, I always think there's a couple different kind of businesses, right? Especially not businesses, but customers. So I'm the customer that wakes up on Sunday morning and goes, oh crap, I didn't get balloons. But other people, I'm sure, like 3 weeks in advance, right?
Yeah, I mean, on Mother's Day, we were open at 6 a.m.
Really?
Yeah.
And we definitely had customers come in.
And,
yeah.
Hey, I don't have anything, and we were gladly there to help them out.
Yeah, well, you can make guys look good too when they walk in, and we forget other things to bring balloons. Okay, so what other things besides balloons? You're talking about like arches. I also saw Mother's Day. I think you had a big giant balloon out there with like an arch around it, or I don't even know.
Yeah, so there are different things that I feel like sometimes people don't know, but now it's like more of like luxury balloons where you can do like a balloon stack, and now you can do mom, your name, whatever you want. It makes it kind of more special, more customized. It gives it that luxury feel, but at the same time, it's still something that we are able to provide in a turnaround time of a day. And I think it's like as time goes on, now more people are doing like flowers, literally made out of balloons. They're doing like, So a lot of people don't know that, and it's the balloon world is definitely evolving. It's something that's becoming very like luxury based.
Luxury balloons. Mm-hmm. I didn't think I was going to say those words together today. But it is kind of cool.
It is, and I want to add on to her. She's definitely made it clear to it, but we also, I think here in Lake County itself, we don't have what is called a pickup. So what we do now at Pop and Float is we'll build the garland for you, and you save yourself, especially if you're on a budget, because nowadays everything's expensive. But if you still want to have that luxury, we are here to build your garland. You come and you pick it up, and you don't pay for the installation.
You just take it.
You come and you pick it up, and you go and you put it in your event, and that's it. So I do want to make it clear that that's something that we also strongly want for like the community to know. We have, as we install we'll gladly go to your event, but we also have that option of you picking up.
Okay, hey, it's Dave from Discovering Grayslake. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked at your driveway? Cracks, fading, that worn-out look. Yeah, that's just not cosmetic. That's money slipping away. Here's the truth. Those small cracks can turn into big problems. Water gets in it, freezes, expands, and before you know it, you're not seal coating your driveway, you're replacing it. And that, my friends, gets expensive. That's where my friends at AR Maintenance come in. They are trusted, a local company right here in our community, specializing in seal coating, crack filling, and power washing for both residential and commercial properties. They don't just make your driveway look brand new, they protect it, extend its life, saving you thousands of dollars down the road. And the best part is, you're working with a hometown pro who actually cares about what they're doing. Don't you dare wait till it's too late. Take care of it now. You'll thank yourself later. Reach out to AR Maintenance today and tell them Dave said you need your crack filled.
The Grayslake Chamber of Commerce isn't just networking, it's opportunity. Members get exposure through local events, online directories, and social media, plus access to exclusive resources that help businesses succeed. Make new connections, grow your brand, and be part of the events that bring our town together. Learn more and join today at grayslakechamber.com. The Grayslake Chamber of Commerce, the new wave of business.
So either way, right?
Yes.
So I'm having an event here, and I just want to be hands-off. Girls, take care of it.
I think it offers, like, also the ability for more people just to have, like, something super nice at a birthday party, at, I don't know, graduation, an event. Have it something super nice at a budget-friendly, cost.
Right.
Not everybody has the extra, and I totally get it. As a mom, sometimes don't got $200, $300 extra, but if I am able to just pick it up and do it myself, all for it.
I love that. So what other favorite events to do? You have a favorite event? Is it a baby shower? Is it a wedding? Is it a birthday?
I love first birthdays.
First birthdays. All
just because my daughter turned 1, but not. And I think I actually did not like birthday parties beforehand, but now I do. But I do love first birthdays just because, it's a really big milestone, especially for moms. But it's just the first of something. Yeah. It could be the first birthday, but, there is so many birthdays to come after that, but it's the very first. You only get one of those.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. How about you?
I celebrate pretty much everything, to be honest. I'm the out and about person that, if there's a beer fest, here I am. If there's, 4th of July, I'm always looking around to see, around the area, where to go, where to take my kids. So I pretty much celebrate everything, and that's just the
it's
way
a good way to live.
That I am. But part of Pop and Float also, if the luxury is not something, you can also buy full-size bags and do it yourself. Some moms are super creative, not just moms, any person.
Yeah, like DIYers. I love it.
So you can just buy the balloons.
So we have different sizes, different colors. You can come in, buy the bags. The quality of the bags compared to online or Amazon or anywhere that they're available, I want to say it's pretty well. And it's pretty well known, the brands that we carry.
Yeah, we don't really carry, I don't want to say, Dollar Tree quality.
Right.
We're sticking more to Tough Tex, Qualtex, Sempertex. That's kind of the brand we stay towards. And I think one of the reasons why we chose that, it's because you want to get the most out of what you're buying. We don't want to give you something that's going to pop an hour out in the sun. We want to make sure that you're buying something that, if that's something you would like to do, you're going to take it home, you're going to give it your all, and it's going to look really great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
See, one of the questions I was going to ask you is why should I buy my 30 balloons for the birthday party from you rather than going to the Dollar Tree?
Well, that was my reason.
Yeah.
It's just the quality. The quality's,
I have heard of people getting them and then they were upset because they're like, we needed to get these. Yeah. They only last for 6 hours and they needed them for the evening party, and not everybody has the luxury of picking them up.
Yeah. And I'm going to respond back to you said why you should buy from us. Yeah. We go to any grocery store or any store that you go to, there's 20 different brands of toilet paper. There's 30 different brands of toothpaste. Mm-hmm. What makes us different, I want to say, not just the quality of the balloons, but the customer service that we deliver. Mm-hmm. I want to be I treat everyone how I want to be treated, and there's people that know from left to right the balloons or what they want, and there's people like me that I'm not the creative person, so I need to get guided.
Yep.
to be able to do this project, or if I have something in mind. So I want to say that we deliver a lot of customer service. We're super friendly. We're,
I gathered that one from you, girl.
You gather from that?
Yeah.
So I think that's what stands out of us.
Sure.
We're here to help the community. And of course, we would love to have everything half price or even free or give out, but we bring in good quality for you to take home and for it to be good.
Yes.
So
yeah, there's something to be said about, hey, we get to shop local, we get to support local gals. And
you want to
take
come
care of
into a store and, you want to get greeted and known, I want to know what your event is, and next time that you come into my store, I'm going to remember, hey,
how did that go?
How did that go? How did that birthday go? How did that, celebration go? Because you're not just a number at the store. You're part of us.
Yeah.
That's what's making us grow.
I think people are more than just a transaction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think it's really special, when we get to be a part of your special day. Honestly, it's so nice when we get to do your kid's first birthday, and then we come back and it's their 5th birthday. I think that's one of the nicest things. We watch you grow, we watch your families grow, and it just gives us a little bit of more of a family feel versus just stopping by and you really don't know who you're buying from.
Right.
You're buying from this huge giant, and
hey, everybody wants to have a friend when they get something. And when you treat people like that, it's also the things hey, you know what? Actually, they were fantastic. And so I DJ'd weddings for 30-some years. Everything is referral. Right? You can advertise as much as you want, but the best advertising is doing a good job and treating people right? And that's what makes the world go around. And everybody does want to shop local. If you're listening to me, shop local.
Yes, please
you have to do. And it's nice to see, we were talking about chamber members, and we're talking about people that live in our community. I always tell people, whatever we have to do, everybody complains about taxes and all these other things, but we need to keep our money in our town with our friends, right? It's a big deal.
I think that's important, being part of the community for us.
Yeah.
We grew up here. We literally
So wait,
grew up here.
you grew up here. So did you go to the school? Did you at grade school here too?
We're at that really tricky spot where during grade school we went to Gurney schools.
District 50.
District 50,
Yeah.
and then as soon as high school hit, we came over to Grayslake.
So it's called we're incorporated Grayslake with the start of Gurney.
Yeah.
But
right.
We're in that really tricky area, but we literally grew up here.
We grew up going
to Tasty Freeze.
Yeah, I like that you call it Tasty
Oh yeah,
Freeze, by the way, because
it's called the Freeze now, but it'll always be Tasty Freeze to us.
Right.
I think my 5th grade teacher was married to the owner, the original owner of Tasty Freeze.
Nice.
I remember that. We all graduated from Grayslake
so the
Central.
oldest graduated in 2006,
and
then it was me, 2010.
And then I graduated in 2015, and then.
Wow.
2016.
That's fantastic.
Yep,
and I feel really old all at the same time right there. But it's nice, and that's what I like that you chose to put your business here, because you have so many choices of where to put things, right? And I think that's just a nice way to do it.
I think we just have always loved Grayslake and where we grew up, and it's always been home.
All right, well, speaking of that, so have you listened to any podcasts that I've done?
I listened to your recent The Wayne's Pizza one.
Oh, yeah. So, about this time of every episode, we do something we call the Grayslake Hot Seat.
Oh, God.
The Grayslake Hot Seat is brought to you by Joe Velez at JPV Financial. It's often said that those who fail to plan are planning to fail. Joe Velez and his team at JPV Financial create unique financial plans that address some of the most difficult challenges that people might face as they get older. No matter what stage of life you're in, having a proactive financial plan can help navigate some of the difficult decisions you'll face, helping you live your life by design, not default. Securities and investment advisory service offered through Osaic Wealth Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Now for the Grayslake Hot Seat. Hey, thanks, Joe. All right, so the Grayslake Hot Seat. So sometimes with two people it gets a little, so I'm just going to bounce back and forth. How about I'll point, and then you guys can either both answer the same one, or we'll just go back and forth. We'll see how we feel about it.
We'll look at each other to see
it.
who.
I want to see how many you have the same, too. Okay, so speaking of Grayslake, why don't we start? We'll start really easy. We're not going to... favorite Grayslake event to attend?
The beer fest.
I was going to say the farmer's market.
You just jump into the beer fest. I love it.
I'm there every year. I think I've done it, ever since I turned. But I think it's very nice. You get to celebrate. I'm I'm always like a social person, so
It's a good place to be for social.
I always see the little flyers once they come out. We start posting them on the streets. I'm like, it's the beer fest. So
That's right. That's
I'm sorry,
that
but
was awesome. And what did you say? You like the farmers market? It's a little more tame, but that's okay. Okay, so
If
obviously
that gives you some kind of idea of how different we are.
I see so much right now. All right, whoever wants to do this one, how about both? Tell me something that's on your bucket list.
Skydiving.
Really?
I think going to Japan. My son has been saying that, so
Japan.
I'm gonna take the Japan one.
All right. Both of you, if you had to have one superpower, what would it be? Instead of being invisible at the beer fest and then have to stand in line.
Never being tired.
Okay, so your superpower never being tired. I've never heard that one before, but that's awesome. I need
Like,
that
imagine
one.
just, like, being able to go through the day and, like, not be tired. And then, like, go through days on end.
That's a good one.
Wow.
Yeah, like,
That's
you
a
know
good
what I
one.
mean? Like, I have so many things to do and, like, just having all the energy in the world.
I've never had anybody answer that, but that's pretty fantastic. Can you beat that one?
No, I really can. And she actually
Wouldn't
got
that
me
be
on
a
this
good
one.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say never die.
I don't know about that. Yeah. Well, that would
But
be
yeah, I'm
immortality.
actually, you know what? That's a good one.
All right.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Okay. How about first car?
What was my first car? My
Mhm.
first car was a 2008 Chevy Malibu, black.
All right.
Shout out to my dad.
Nice.
Shout out to my dad as well. I had a Cadillac SRX.
What?
Yeah, as my
Yeah.
first car.
That's-
We're very spoiled.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not so bad. Not
No,
so bad
I-
at all.
We come from a hardworking, dad. I want to say, just in general, I mean, he has provided. We moved from Chicago over here. He landed a good opportunity at the time.
We were probably like, well, I was like 5 or
I
6
was in
years
middle
old.
school,
Yeah.
but he has worked his
Tail off.
tail off, by not saying anything,
No, that's great.
and working, and then he was like, hey, we're gonna go to Grayslake, and we didn't even know what Grayslake was, so.
We actually, a lot of it, or
Thank
many
you,
of
Dad.
us-
I think we were really mad at first,
Yeah.
but
I was gonna say we were really
Moving up to the
mad.
country.
Yes.
There's
Because Chicago is
nothing.
like fast paced, and here was like, well, when we first moved here, there was like nothing. Like none of these plazas really existed. There was
Jewel.
Jewel
There's
and
a lot
Tasty
of empty
Freeze.
space there.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
for sure. Interesting. It's kind of fun to see like culture
Yeah.
to come this way. All right. So in high school at Central, did either one of you play a sport, a part of a club, music, anything like that?
At school, I did 4 years of soccer. Coach McCallio, now he's in Vernon Hills, but very good coach. Coach Burgess, he actually is my son's health teacher now at the Woodland Schools. And I did 4 years of taking French, and I actually went.
You are
on
a busy woman.
So I was a social butterfly.
I guess so. All right.
Still am, I think.
How do you stack up to that?
And so,
She's gonna say I'm in a book club. I'm just kidding.
no, actually, so I did 4 years of dance. I danced on Grayslake's dance team, and then I actually did also. Well, I don't know what it's called now, but back then it was called the Latino Club. So I was president of that alongside one of my classmates, and I did that for 4 years as well.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. This one's going to be fun for you. Hey, bartender, can I have a
Double shot
of?
tequila.
All right.
Can't go wrong with tequila.
And you didn't say a shot of. She went double shot right away.
I'm not a drinker, but if I had to drink something,
Uh-huh.
probably just like 1964? 1969? What is it called?
1964.
64?
64.
Don
Yeah,
Julio.
Don Julio. Just,
You girls don't mess around. You just go right
I'm
for
not
the tequila.
a,
It's
oh,
good.
I'm not a fruity drinker.
I mean, I can drink pretty much anything, but calorie-wise, I think I'm going to stick to tequila.
That would be good. And I'll see you at Beer Fest, and I'll see what you're
Yeah,
doing
definitely.
there,
I'm
right?
saving those calories.
Tell me, each one of you, a pet peeve that you might have. Just one.
Like business-wise or like just in life in general?
However you like. Whichever one's a little more entertaining that people are going to laugh at and go, yeah, that's right.
What's mine? Oh, the crunching?
Yeah.
What are you, crunching?
So I have this thing, this pet peeve that in my car or if you're with me, you can't crunch unless I'm crunching with you.
So like eating crunching?
You can't be snacking. Or like if you have gum and you're like,
oh, yes.
I need it. Like if we're not doing it same together.
So if you do it together, it's fine.
That's fine.
But if you crunch without you crunching with them, then it's not good.
That's a pet peeve. Like I think everyone
Mutual
knows.
crunching. Yes. All right. Do you have any mutual crunching issues?
No, I mean, I'm trying to think of like something that really bothers me.
If you don't have it on the top of your head, it's okay. It's good. You might probably more tolerant than me. I could list 1,000 of them.
I think I'm like the least tolerant out of all of us.
Really?
I really like when things go perfect, but like I'm trying to think of like a specific pet peeve. I don't think I have one. I think I'll pass on this question.
All right, that's good. Either one of you, tell me about the second time you got arrested.
I have never been arrested.
It's a trap.
Oh,
You don't
okay.
have to answer.
I say I'm gonna pass on that.
You were really thinking about the second time. I should have gone third or fourth. The double shots of tequila can end you up in weird places,
Yes.
that's for sure.
Uber or Lyft, please.
All right. So since we're on the serious questions like this, have either one of you ever eaten a roller dog from a gas station?
No.
Really?
No.
I think that you should try.
A roller dog?
Yeah, a roller dog. You know the hot dogs that roll in there?
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, we're gonna venture out. Maybe
Okay.
I'll bring a couple by the shop, pop and float, and we'll see what happens. All right. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Sunrise.
Pool or ocean?
Pool. I don't like oceans.
right.
They scare me.
I don't mind either. Or
Not either. Okay. Last thing you purchased on Amazon?
I don't have an account. Just that's how much I'm more a visual purchaser. But if I do, I think it was like cowboy hats.
Yeah. It was
And boots. We had my dad's 62nd birthday, and that was the Western
Super fun.
theme.
I'm
sure you.
I buy stuff on Amazon for convenience purposes.
Sure. But nothing that we can shop local for, obviously.
No, I think it's probably Western stuff. Like, let me see. Just kidding. It was dog diapers.
Dog diapers. All right.
Dog diapers.
Yes, I don't think I've ever had anybody answer that one as well too. Why Western stuff? Is it Western stuff for the party?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Okay. I didn't know if you guys are just frequent Western shopping.
No.
No.
That's why we shopped, I think, because we didn't own anything Western.
Right.
So.
No, and yeah, you got to be ready for stuff like that. 1 to 10, how good of a driver are each of you?
I'm a 10.
You're a 10.
I mean, people say I'm like a 3 or a 1, or I'm not even going to drive with you, but I think I'm a solid 10. Considering how much women get bashed on for driving, I am a good driver.
Okay.
So,
All right.
no speeding tickets.
Because I've gotten speeding tickets.
Okay. And what was your number?
I would give myself an 8.
An 8.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm the best driver, but
I really wish this was on video because you guys listening right now, you should see the looks that are shot back and forth for these two girls right now. It's pretty funny.
I mean, sit two sisters down and we can.
Right. I would
Can you imagine if all four of us were present? Stay tuned for podcast
Right.
number 2 next week with all 4 pop and flow.
I like that, and then we could have your mom as like a moderator too.
Oh, yeah,
She
definitely.
could sit next to me and give me.
My mom will not speak, but she'll give us
the stare.
She probably doesn't have to, right? She can just give you the look.
She's got this little thing going on here on her chin, and we just know once those little grains pop up, that's
That's
time.
awesome. Okay, so how when you guys are doing the grand opening, Mom must be pretty proud that the girls are like really going after stuff like this, right? It's got to be fun for her.
I think honestly, can I say my
Yeah,
honest
go
truth?
ahead.
Yeah.
Our parents are very like silent celebrators.
Mhm.
Like I think we have done a lot of stuff in life, but it's not like they would like, say like. I think they're like silently proud of us.
I love that.
You know
And
what
I think
mean?
it's just in general, like,
Yeah.
we'll celebrate, like, she would come and she's like, I got an A, like, or I made it to a team, and, Yeah, it was just like a thumbs up. So I think
also me with Anna, like with grades or going to school, or both of us went to undergrad and grad school, and it wasn't like a hug or something like that, but it's not the type of person they are, but they've always been super proud of us.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, and some people, everybody's different. Some people really verbalize things, and other people are just,
I
know that they're proud of you, right?
They are. I mean, I think we had this conversation with my other sister, Anna, last week, and she's like, my mom's way of showing us love, or like that she appreciates the hard working that everyone just in general does, is by cooking. So that's her love language.
Yeah.
My dad, I want to say he's more of a, if we're able to create this or like put this business, he's like, okay, well then you guys could have gone bigger.
Yeah.
You know, so I think his way of pushing us is to always give us his input, because he's a firm believer that he raised, four daughters very well, what I could say, like, we're always like, yeah, we could have done that, or like, he's always putting us that doubt in the back of our mind, but that's just to prove to us that if he's a firm believer in all of us, then it's doable. Like, Nayeli, you got this, Mireya, you got this, Irada, like, push yourselves, because if dad believes it, and it's what I'm saying, it's like silent, like he doesn't that you need to observe him really well. So he's not like hey, you did a good job, but it's like, what else are you gonna do? Or
what's next? Like, okay, this is one. Like, okay, when is 2 coming?
Yeah, when is Papa Float 2 opening? Right. Well, how cool is that, though?
Yeah.
Hey, to have supportive family and to have something so special that you guys share together with a family business like this, like, it is pretty cool to be able to have the opportunity to do this, and the stories and have your children watch this and learn from that. There's not a better lesson in life than that.
And I think nowadays it's very hard to open up a small business or a local business. Like, speaking on so many businesses that actually shut down during COVID, during the pandemic, during so many times in, I think, these last 10 years.
Yeah.
So, coming to support our local, something, like our coffee places, our barbers, everyone that works to be able to feed and provide a family goes a long way. So
yeah, I always used to think, because I've been self-employed my entire life basically, and even when you're driving through like little towns, you look at all these little shops and know that somebody put their heart and soul and all their financial things on the line to start that business, and what kind of community it takes to support that.
Most people have no idea what to do with their aging loved one who needs help. Well, there is a solution. A company that provides care and assistance to make your loved one feel right at home. At Right at Home, their mission statement is to improve the quality of life for those they serve. They offer extensive services: personal and companion care, safety supervision and transportation, fall prevention, dressing and bathing assistance, medical reminders, meal prep, hospice support, ambulation support, stroke recovery, Parkinson's support. The list goes on and on and on. If you have an aging loved one that needs help, call Right at Home. Most people prefer to age in their home rather than moving to an assisted living or nursing home. Right at Home can make this happen. Contact Right at Home at rightathomenlc.com or give them a call, 847-984-0103. Now back to the show.
Which is a really cool thing.
Yeah.
Just think about Center Street, like from you guys all the way down. These are all, for the most part, like 90+% just normal, everyday people, from Myra at Good American Barber to even from First Draft all the way down to the Vine to Sienna to all of these places. Like, and that's why it's so important that we do this show, and so important that everybody listening supports local business and buys local, because it makes people's dreams come true, and it's little things. If everybody just did a little bit of shopping around town, it changes the landscape of everything.
And I think it just, like, sometimes as a consumer, it makes you feel good.
Absolutely.
Like, supporting someone.
Absolutely.
And we see, like, the front, like you said, like, what is the end result?
Yeah.
But the back part,
we know that there's a story behind.
There's a story, whether it's like you're trying to build this, organize this, we're trying to open by May 2nd, we're eating in the little table where, we're having to juggle, like, hey, can you go open? They're going to go deliver. Like, all of this is family. Sometimes, like, this Saturday, my sister was like, hey, can you go at 8 a.m.? I'm like, yeah, I can, go at 8 a.m. She's a creative aspect of this, I'm like, can you put this through, before Friday, before Sunday, or we have an event. And I think we build each other up to be a solid team, and to deliver quality, not just quantity, quality work for the business, for the community.
I absolutely love it. So as we get to this time, I want to make sure, what are we not talking about that you need Grayslake to know about the shop?
What are we not talking about?
Yeah, what have we not talked about? Is there a product that you guys wanted to mention that people know that? Because my thing is, like, what questions do you normally get? What's your frequently asked questions that we can answer on here so somebody listening would already know?
Probably the balloons, anyone that actually is an independent maker, like all the florists. You have people in that aspect. I think we covered what it is that we can do it for you, and then you can come, but the actual doing, being
a supplier for any other vendors.
Yes.
Supplier. So if anybody, I think we had touched on it a little bit, but what we really want as well is, because we are providing and selling high quality balloons, this is perfect for those who either want to start a business, a balloon business, doing garlands and going to events. So we don't actually have to do your event. If you are somebody that actually wants to start something up for you, yourself, your family, or you want to do it, this is where we come into play. We have everything you may need, from 11-inch, 17-inch, 25-inch balloons. We have foil balloons, the balloon spray, the shine to make the balloons look super, luxurious and shiny. We also do the 260 balloons. We can do the clamps if you just need our arches. That's what we're here for as well.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I understand. So let's say somebody's listening right now and their sister is a florist in Spring Grove, and they want to start implementing, and they want balloons there. They can buy direct from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can ship.
Yeah, we can ship them as well.
See, that's great. See, I'm glad we talked about that, because I kind of understood it a little bit, but now that we've said it directly, but that's great. So a little bit of everything.
Yes.
And it looks like, I bet you if I talk to you gals 6 months from now, there's going to be all kinds of different things that you're going to be offering as well.
And I hope in 6 months, you talk to us and we expand.
Yeah.
And we broaden our supplies, and, because this is just small. And sometimes we get feedback from Facebook, from Instagram, do you guys have this? And then, our heads start spinning, and we're like, okay, one person asked, so that means 100 more must need it at some point. So that's definitely a potential, and I want to.
Yeah.
This is something that you just said.
Yeah. And it's only been 2 weeks.
Expand. I want to expand.
Gotcha.
I want to be known. We want this business to grow. And some, when I went passing the flyers, they're like, wait, what is this? And I say, short summary, we're like a little mini party supply store delivering good quality products.
I think that says it best. It's fun to have to come up with your mission statement or tell people what your business is in 2 sentences to actually get it out there, but that's a great way to put it. Anything else we want to mention before we sign off today?
No, just let us know when we got to come back for podcast number 2.
We're going to check back in. Actually, we'll come by and show people. And I would encourage people just to come in during your hours and check out the shop, say hello.
And we do encourage that. Even if you're not buying anything, just come check us out. You can come and have a quick conversation, because like we said from the beginning, there's always celebrations, and I feel like balloons is always something that's going to be needed.
Absolutely. I love it. All right. Well, thank you both for your time and coming in.
Yes,
I drug you in on a Sunday afternoon to record
I
with me.
was nervous at first, but I think you're very welcoming too. So
Thank you.
Shout out to you and the best success in your podcast.
Thank you.
Because it takes time away from you. It takes dedication. It takes a lot of your input.
Now I gotta start watching more podcasts.
So in this, this Grayslake community, how small it is, you're making it so big and so known. And whether you have 200 views and you have 10,000 views,
I guess it's just great to be here.
Yeah. You're doing an amazing job. So I always say what we love, what we enjoy to do is what's going to succeed more. So you're not just doing it for a paycheck. You're doing it because you enjoy it and you see the potential in yourself. So a shout out to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
To everyone.
And with that being said, when you stop in to see these girls, tell them you listen to the podcast.
Yes.
Because it's cool to see. Like, I always tell people when we get done, like, hey, can you shoot me a success story? Like, not that we have to post it anywhere, but it's nice to say if we made a connection with you gals and somebody else that's going to buy a lot of balloons, that's what we're here to do, is we're here to help everybody out and help our community move forward. So I appreciate that. Yep. All right, Grayslake, wherever you guys are listening, whether you're on Spotify, whether you're on Apple, whether you're on Amazon, whether you're on YouTube, wherever you're listening, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button, because that way every Tuesday, actually for the last 140-ish, 50-ish Tuesdays, we put out a new business or person in Grayslake. So I think it really helps build community, so keep that up. And as I always end, too, we never know what our strangers or family members or anybody are actually going through. So people are having a rough time everywhere you go, but with a couple little random acts of kindness, you can change somebody's day around, whether it's, hey, you're walking down the street and shoot somebody a smile, or open the door for somebody, or, as I always say, be nice to the cashier at the dollar store, or, you know, pick up the phone right now and text somebody that, you know, might be lonely or just would love a text just to say hello. So that makes the world go round, and kindness spreads like wildfire. So thank you all. I appreciate you very much. Grayslake, thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you next Tuesday, everybody.